Uh, how is Leicester going to enter this game after the 4-0 at the beginning of the month?
We'll enter it no different. No different. We've got a job to do. We've had a great start in the Europa League. We know that. We've been solid. We've won 3 games out of 3. But we know going away in Europe is always tough. It's never easy. And Braga, I think they're a lot better than what they showed in the first game. So we'll prepare no different. We'll prepare like any other game, whether it's in Europe, in the Premier League. We'll do our research and our homework on the opposition. And we'll be prepared for Braga to come out fighting, because I think they'll want to come back at us, especially after the result and the scoreline at the King Power.
Hello, James. I just wondered whether I could ask you about the different challenges that you face playing European football this season. You played in a number of different games for the first few times. And what's the difference between European football for you and playing week in, week out in the Premier League?
Well, obviously, this is my first taste of European football, so I'm still learning. I'm still gauging it out myself. I've watched football from as long as I can remember, so I've always watched Champions League nights, Europa League nights, and obviously this is the first season at the age of 23 and now 24 that I've been able to experience it for myself. It's brilliant. You get to do stuff like this, press conferences in Europe that you don't get every week in the Premier League as players. You come to these fantastic stadiums that you wouldn't experience in the Premier League. Obviously we play the same teams week in, week out, so stuff like that. And on the football side of things, tactically it's very different. You come up against a lot of different outfits, and I think one of the toughest challenges that we face is you play against teams and individual players that you don't really know much about. In the Premier League, I've watched it for years, I've played in it for a few years now, and you kind of know what you're up against. You still do your homework every week, and we still prepare with the analysts the exact same, but you kind of know what you're up against. You know the players, you see them week in, week out, whether you're playing against them or watching them. So that gives you a different challenge to face, and it's a good one I'm relishing, yeah.
Hi James, as you said, 3 wins from 3 in this group stage so far. I just wondered to what extent you guys in the dressing room have spoken about getting a win here in Braga, effectively wrapping up the league and getting qualification, with the bigger picture in mind, of course, of the fixtures still to come.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a case of getting the balance right, I think. You don't want to look too far ahead and think, oh, if we win this, then we can relax a little bit, because that's the wrong mindset, not the right mentality to have, because then if you start letting them kind of thoughts creep in a little bit, you kind of can take your eye off the ball without even meaning to, subconsciously, I think, from experience. So we'll go into this game trying to win it and know we're in a good position, and we're only there because we put ourselves there. We've won 3 out of 3 and we've worked hard for them games, and that's with squad rotation and different players playing. So we've got a brilliant squad, so whoever the manager picks, it will be a team that's going to go out there and try and win the game and solidify our place at the top, which we are currently holding.
Hi James, just away from the game, just wondered if I could get your thoughts on fans potentially coming back into stadiums in England. I seem to remember after the first European game you said it was a slightly bittersweet moment for yourself because you scored, but yet your family and friends weren't in the stadium, so presumably that's good news if we can make moves to having some supporters back in grounds.
Good news is an understatement. Fantastic news. Like I said, how you brought up after the first game, it was kind of bittersweet because it was my European debut and I scored, and wanted my family to be there and wanted the fans to see it, the fans of Leicester who support us week in, week out every year. So that's fantastic news. As long as it's done safely, which I think by the sounds of things it will be done, that's brilliant news, and I can't wait to see faces back in the stadium, whether it's 2,000, 4,000 or a full 32,000, but I'm sure we'll have to work our way to that, but any sort of support is better.